Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 17 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below to get in on the action today. And yeah, on vacation for July 4th weekend. So currently in my car, as you can see. So the setup's not going to be the same till next Tuesday. And yeah, doing what I can for the people, guys. So yeah, new setup. Forgot my hat. So first day without the hat. We'll see how the picks go today, but yeah, we'll hop in it. 17 matchups. Starting with the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays opening up as home favorites at -140. Tampa Bay +120 with the over/under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 1.77. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 2.93. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Tampa Bay losing to Toronto yesterday 9-2 and then 4-1 on a 4-game losing streak right now. 1-7 on the road currently. Yeah, Tampa Bay is just not playing good baseball right now. And I do like Gausman on the mound. Pretty even pitching matchup. 2 good pitchers on the mound here. Man, I'm just not in love with the performance from the Rays. Only scored 3 runs in the last 2 games. They've been struggling against this Toronto team. I think I'm going to lean with Toronto at home here. I just don't trust Tampa Bay. So I'm going to take the Blue Jays at home. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -230. Baltimore +190 with the over/under at 9. Pitching for the Orioles is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 4.94. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 2.17. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Minnesota yesterday 3-2. And obviously this dates back to last season, but they're on a 10-game losing streak, or an 10 or 11-game losing streak on the road against Minnesota. 4-16 in their last 20 against the Twins, where they've struggled. Twins playing great against the Orioles. Love Sonny Gray on the mound for the Twins here. I'm taking the Twins at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -135. The White Sox +125 with the over/under at 7. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 2.56. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 13 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.04. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. White Sox beating the Giants yesterday 1-0. Very disappointing game from the Giants yesterday. White Sox 5-1 on the road against the Giants. If that means anything to you. Very even pitching matchup. Both pitchers only allowing a 1 run in their last 3 starts here. I'm going to take the White Sox +1.5 on the road. Played good yesterday. Very even pitching matchup. I'm going to take White Sox +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Miami Marlins versus the Washington Nationals. Miami opening up as road favorites at -120. Washington +100 with the over/under at 9.5. Pitching for the Marlins is Daniel Castano with an ERA of 2.57. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Nationals is Jackson Tetrault with an ERA of 4.24. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 4 strikeouts. Miami beating Washington yesterday 6-3. Good win for them. Washington on a 2-game losing streak. Miami is 5-0 on the road against Washington, 9-1 straight up against Washington. So they've been very good against Washington in the last 2 years. Pretty even pitching matchup in this one here. Again, I'm going to take Miami. Money line on the road. Like what they did yesterday. National struggling. I'm taking the Marlins on the road. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -130. The Cardinals +110 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Matthew Laborator with an ERA of 4.00. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.48. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. The Cardinals on a 2-game losing streak right now. They did lose to the Phillies yesterday 5-3. Very close to covering in that one. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up a good bit of runs. Even the Laborator's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. 2 of those were no-run games. I'm going to lean with the Cardinals +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Braves versus the Cincinnati Reds. Braves opening up as road favorites at -175. The Reds +145 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Braves is Spencer Strider with an ERA at 3.35. His last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Tyler Mahle with an ERA of 4.23. His last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Braves beating the Reds yesterday 9-1. Pretty dominant outing yesterday. Reds on a 3-game losing streak. Yeah, I'm liking the Braves on the road here. Spencer Strider coming off a 0-run game in his last performance. Played very well. I'm going to take the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Detroit Tigers. Royals opening up as road favorites at -115. Detroit +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Chris Bubik with an ERA of 7.45. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Tigers is Bo Brisky with an ERA of 4.55. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Kansas City beating Detroit yesterday 3-1. They are 7-3 against Detroit, so they do play well against the Tigers. Not in love with the pitching matchup here. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. Yeah, just a matchup I'm staying away from here. Not in love with it. If I had to pick, though, I would probably take a chance with Detroit +1.5. Only scored 1 run yesterday, but it's not like Kansas City did too much on offense either. So I'm going to take Detroit +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -135. The Angels +125 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 2.63. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Jose Urquidy with an ERA of 4.36. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 3 strikeouts. Angels losing to the Astros yesterday 8-1. Astros on a 4-game winning streak, playing very well. Angels just 4-13 on the road, where they do struggle big time. Yeah, I'm sticking with the Astros at home here. Dominated yesterday. Angels just struggle on the road. I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -185. Oakland +155 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 3.12. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 4.08. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Oakland beating Seattle yesterday 3-1. Kind of a big win for them, even though they're 3-8 on the road against Seattle. 3-17 in their last 20 against Seattle. So they really have struggled against Seattle historically in the last few years. I'm liking Seattle off a bounce back, coming off a loss yesterday. I like them to get it done against this Oakland team. I'm taking Mariners at home. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago Cubs. Red Sox opening up as road favorites at -155. The Cubs +130 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Red Sox is Josh Winkowski with an ERA of 3.60. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cubs is Alec Mills with an ERA of 9.87. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Boston losing to the Cubs yesterday 6-5. Kind of a tough loss yesterday for Boston. Not in love with Mills on the mound. He's given up a lot of runs here. Winkowski's been very good on the mound for Boston here. I'm liking the Red Sox coming off a bad loss yesterday. Give me the Red Sox on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -150. Padres +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 3.23. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 3.26. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Padres losing again to the Dodgers on a 2-game losing streak. Padres just 1-13 against the Dodgers. 0-8 on the road against the Dodgers. They just cannot beat the Dodgers on the road. Haven't been able to beat them, period, here. Just been playing poor against the Dodgers. Barely scoring in the last 2 games. I'm taking the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies. Rockies opening up as home favorites at -135. Arizona +125 with the over-under at 12. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Dallas Keuchel with an ERA of 8.17. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber with an ERA of 6.55. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona beating the Rockies yesterday 9-3. Nice win for them. Yeah, probably gonna be a lot of runs in this one. Both pitchers giving up a ton of runs here, so that over 12 wouldn't be shocked if that hits. I would still take Arizona +1.5 on the road. Got a nice one yesterday. Hard to trust either team as a favorite in this one, so I'm going to take Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. All right, next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. These next 4 games I can't find lines on. Kind of annoying, but I do have a lot of the pitching info, so that's what I'll give. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Ashby with an ERA of 4.25. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Bryce Wilson with an ERA of 8.29. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Milwaukee destroying Pittsburgh yesterday 19-2. Coming off that loss the other day. Absolute performance from Milwaukee yesterday. And going to be hard to trust the Pirates on the... I'm sure they're going to be underdogs here off yesterday's performance. I'm taking the Brewers on the road here. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the New York Mets. Like I said, can't find any lines on this, but I do have the pitchers. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 2.22. His last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 3.64. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 3 runs and had 2 strikeouts. The Rangers on a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Mets yesterday 4-3. 3-7 in their last 10 against the Mets, where they have struggled. Pretty even pitching matchup here. I think I'm going to slightly lean with the Mets at home. Been the better head-to-head team. They're 14-4 at home right now. We're playing great home baseball. I'm taking the Mets at home. Next matchup, we do have Game 2 between the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA of 3.41. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Thomas Hatch with an ERA of 0. Looks like he hasn't made a start this season, so getting his first start on the mound. Tampa Bay hasn't looked good in this series so far. I think they probably might be underdogs in this matchup. We'll see, but I'm going to lean with Tampa Bay here in Game 2. I think they can steal this one with Thomas Hatch on the mound for the Blue Jays. So I'm going to lean with Tampa Bay in Game 2. And then the last matchup with the New York Yankees versus the Cleveland Guardians. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -150. Cleveland plus 125 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 2.51. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for Cleveland is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 7.20. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 3 runs and had 2 strikeouts. Yankees coming off a Houston loss. Cleveland coming off 2 wins against Minnesota. I'm still liking the Yankees on the road here. I love Cortez on the mound. Been very solid. Rough couple outings in the last 2 starts on the mound here, but overall, I do trust Nestor Cortez more here. And I'm going to take the Yankees on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.